Hi, I'm John Barnes from Briley Manufacturing, and in this video I want to explain how you properly install your Briley Tube Set in a Blaser F16 shotgun. The F16 is an excellent platform for the use of any tube set. However, the ejectors do have to be aligned properly for the gun to function flawlessly while you're shooting it. So we just wanted to do this video in addition to our other tube set videos, just to give you a good explanation, because this gun is a little bit different in the way that you have to align everything, even different than Blaser's other shotgun, the F3. Again, this is for the F16 shotgun, which is a little bit newer model. So anyway, we have here our Briley Tube Set, and we have a Blaser F16. So before you start installing the Briley Tube Set, be sure to open the gun and make sure it is unloaded and safe before you start installing or moving a Briley Tube Set or doing any other work to your gun. Always be safe. The first step after that, you want to go ahead and take the barrel off of the gun, and it's much easier to get the tubes in and out of the gun with the barrel off than it is with the barrel still on the gun. You can get the tubes in and out of the gun while the barrel is still on the receiver. However, you'll save yourself a lot of frustration just by taking the barrel off first. So now that we have the barrel off of the gun, we're going to go ahead and start installing the tubes. This blue tube goes on the bottom, and the standard colors that we ship with most tube sets, the bottom tube will be blue, the top tube will be red. They are labeled by the Briley logo down here, top and bottom. Sometimes you'll see tubes that are different colors because we do offer custom colors for a little bit of an additional charge whenever you order your tube set. So, we've got the bottom tube, we're going to put it in the bottom barrel. All you have to do, by the way, you want to make sure you have your barrel clean before you start installing your tube set. So the bottom barrel, we want to push it in until we start to feel a little bit of resistance. When we start getting a little closer into the breech face, you want to make sure you have your ejectors properly aligned. Both have the ejector on the tube properly aligned with the ejector on the gun. For the purposes of this video, I've colored the ejector on the tube red, and the ejector on the gun is blue. I did that just to highlight it in the video. Sorry, your ejectors will not be red or blue. But that's just to help show you the alignment, which is critical to have flawless function with your Briley Tube Set in your Blaser F16. So, once we have everything aligned and we've gotten a little closer to the breech face, we want to take the aluminum driving tool that says CT driver on it, and it's labeled 28, 20, and 410. Take the appropriate size, put that inside the tube. We're putting 410 tubes in this barrel, so I'm going to take the portion that says 410 and put it in the barrel, or in the chamber of the tube set rather. The next thing you want to do is tap it into place with the provided hammer. Now, when you're tapping it into place, especially if it's a brand new tube set, they will be pretty tight when they're going in until the tube set gets a little bit of wear on it over the years. So they may be tight. If you think anything is overly tight, please feel free to give us a call. Our customer service specialist will be happy to help you with any questions or concerns you may have. But they typically will be tight on a new tube set. So just tap the tubes down until it's either just flush or just below flush of the breech face of the barrel, and you will feel a positive stop once you have it tapped in all the way. You can't drive them in too far because they stop in the same place your 12 gauge shells normally stop in the chamber of your barrel. So just tap it in. Felt a positive stop there. After you have it tapped into the barrel, you want to move the ejector on the gun. Make sure that it and the tube set ejector move in unison as one. Everything moves freely, which it does, so everything is aligned correctly and works well. So now, if you'll take a look, and we'll show another close-up here, of the alignment of this ejector. This shows proper alignment of the bottom tube. As you can see, the red area that is your tube set ejector is just rotated a little bit counterclockwise away from the edge of the gun ejector, which is highlighted in blue. And again, this notch down here in the tube is for clearance for the gun ejector. So that is proper alignment on the Blaser F16 bottom barrel. So now that we have everything correct in the bottom barrel, we want to move on to the top barrel, which in this particular tube set is red, and it is also labeled top, so it goes in the top barrel. Again, we're going to slide it in when we get kind of close. We're going to make sure that we have our ejector alignment correct. Take our tube set driving tool, the aluminum piece, provided tube set hammer, and again just tap it into place. Felt it stop there. Same thing on the top barrel. Just check and make sure everything is moving together correctly and everything is installed and moving as it should. Now again, I want to show you a close-up of the correct alignment of your top barrel ejector. On the top barrel of the Blaser F16, you'll notice there is a notch cut out here. That is for clearance of the ejector of the gun in blue. And in red, you can see your tube set ejector. This is the correct alignment before the tube is driven into the gun. You do not want to have the edge of your tube set ejector flush with the edge of the gun ejector. You want to rotate it just slightly so that the tube set ejector is inside the edge of the gun ejector. And I'll show you what this clearance is for. We'll take a look at the receiver of the F16. So the F16 on our top barrel, you'll notice that it has a pin when you open the top lever that pops out of the breech face. That is the little button that releases the top lever. The bottom ejector has to be in the correct position to provide clearance for this breech plate screw here and the ejector trip rod hole here. Those are the two items you're trying to avoid by rotating the ejectors. So now that we have the tubes properly aligned and installed in the barrel, we can go ahead and put the barrel on the gun, close it, put the forearm on, open and close your gun a couple of times just to make sure everything is moving freely. If it's not, or if you meet any resistance for some reason when you start to close the gun, like say if it'll only close to right about there, and it feels like you have to give it any additional force, double check, make sure you have everything aligned and installed correctly. If you don't have a tube all the way in the barrel, oftentimes it'll stop just right before the gun actually closes. So everything is moving freely here. I also like to close it, snap the trigger twice, open the barrel, make sure that all of the ejectors kick out the way that they should, and they are. So everything is good to go and you're ready to go shoot. The next part that I want to show you is the removal of the Briley Tube Set. So again, we'll take the barrel off the gun, and the removal is just the opposite of installation. This time we're going to be using the plastic removal tool. Insert that into the tubes. By the way, leave your chokes in your tube set, whether they're extended like these or flush with the end of the tube set. Do not use the plastic removal tool unless you have the chokes still in your tubes. So, put your hand down here a little way just to avoid that you don't want to pinch your finger between the tool and the top of the choke. So hold the barrel down below that, and with the provided hammer, just gently tap the tubes out of the barrel. Well, I dropped the tool, but that was perfect timing because it was loose enough to get it out of the barrel. So then you can just pull it right out of the barrel. We're going to do the same thing on the top barrel. just put the removal tool in the barrel and tap it until the tube comes out. The tube is out. And now you are ready to either shoot 12 gauge in your barrel or to switch to one of the other gauges in your Briley tube set. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Again, this was the Blaser F16. It is a little bit different than the other models of shotguns out there. But if you have everything installed correctly, it should function flawlessly for you. If you have any more questions or concerns, please check out Briley.com or call our customer service, and one of our customer service representatives will be happy to help you with any issues that you're having. So thank you very much and have a nice day.